Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tonight, I wanted to jump on and really talk about the classes that I'm offering in the fall. So please like my page on Facebook and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube to get notified when I do go live, because I do pull cards on free events, typically Tarot Tuesday, but I go live every day, Monday through Friday, with a daily message. And then on Saturdays, Sheila Tillich and I do coffee with Sheila and Melissa and talk about all things ascension, spirit, this journey that we're on. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Melissa L. Watkins. I am a medium, an evidential medium. And in my former life, I was a teacher. And so I was called to start Guidance311 many years ago. It's been 3 to 4 years now that I have been nurturing this business and asking Spirit really what my role is, because I came into this very unexpectedly. I came into being a medium very unexpectedly. I was going to a meditation class with a medium who was going to be starting a class and wanted me to join. But I was a medium that I would ever be able to connect to Spirit in that way. And lo and behold, she was right and I was wrong. And so many years ago, close to about 5 now, I stepped into the role of medium, connecting with Spirit in a way that I have been able to deliver messages or to channel higher vibrational frequencies, archangels, Metatron, Uriel, Ariel, and many others have come through to me. So this is a role that I did not see myself going down. I really thought I would be a high school English teacher for many years. And so I've taken those skill sets and I have stepped into the role of teacher in this realm. Because when you start this journey, you really don't know where it's going to take you. And as an evidential medium, I was doing evidential medium readings. I was pulling cards. I was doing oracle card readings. I was doing intuitive readings. But I didn't know how I could really impact people moving forward, how I could really help them in the way that I needed help when I started this journey. Because after those classes, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. So Spirit brought me to designing my own classes to take that talent or skill and passion that I have for teaching and transforming it into this role of teacher. And in these energies, I really thought it was really appropriate that I was being brought to offer these classes kind of back to back this fall, because this Lionsgate energy really is no joke. And if you're someone that identifies with light seed, light worker, star seed, blue ray, blue child, indigo child, basically these are terms for us that feel different, that feel the frequencies, the energy, being able to tap into the divine matrix. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, we're going through it. Yeah, this is a lot. And this Lionsgate, the words that kept popping out for me were rediscovery, reinvention, new beginnings, infinite possibilities, downloads of ancestral wisdom. A lot of energy. So for many of you, you're feeling like you're being pushed or moved out of situations and relationships, whether the situation is a workplace, a family, relationships, partnership, family, friend. Things are changing. You're evolving. You're not being able to stay where you are in your life at this time. So for many of you, you're finding relationships fall apart. You're being moved out of jobs or living situations, and it's feeling really uncomfortable. And Spirit really is trying to help you through this. They really are trying to come in and say, you're okay. We've got you. We've got this. You're okay. And that's what these downloads are all about. It's part of this energy that we're going through right now, that things are shifting and changing. And so these classes are going to help you to be able to tune in to this paradigm shift, or this shift in consciousness from the 3D to the 5D. What does that even mean? That's what my classes are going to talk about. My classes are going to talk about the energies, what they are, how they affect you. There's two, because different people want different connection to spirit. Some of you feel spirit very strongly already, and you're wondering, how can I connect more? And that's what these classes are going to help you do, to really get clear about how you're receiving messages, practicing receiving messages, but how do you get into that vibrational frequency that's going to allow you to feel the connection in a way that you can receive the messages? That's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to practice. My classes are only 10 seats each, because we're going to be together for 2 hours, and we're going to have less than an hour taken up with the information part of the night, and the other over hour and some minutes is going to be the meditation that I'm going to take you on to help you connect with spirit in a way that maybe you haven't connected with spirit before. Because one of the things about one of the benefits about taking my class is that we're going to raise the energy of the group. So even though this is an online meeting, energy is energy, and we're going to tap into each other's energies. And it's going to, that energy is going to help you be able to raise your vibrational frequency, to start having experiences with spirit that maybe you have felt and were afraid of. Maybe you felt, but it wasn't as much as you will feel in class. Everybody's experience is different, because here's the thing, guys. On this journey, everybody's at a different point. Some of you might even be starting to give your messages to the people around you that you feel safe with. Some of you might already be pulling cards for yourself or the people around you to give them some guidance and some clarity. You're already doing it, but you're wanting to take another step. So for some of you, you want to, get to being able to give an evidential medium reading. If that's what you're looking for, then the first class that I'm doing in September is going to be the class that you're going to want to look into. The evidential medium class is really going to talk about what being an evidential medium is, giving the evidence in such a way and so clearly that the person sitting in front of you receiving the session is going to know that their loved one is there with you. And then when you give the message, they're able to receive it in a way that's beneficial to them. That's the goal. If you're looking to connect with spirit and wanting to understand your journey of ascension, or your journey as a light worker or indigo child, if you're wanting to pull cards in a way that you can trust and act on what you're being given, or be discerning about what the message is trying to be delivered through that card or that message, then you want to look at the intuitive guidance course. You want to look at what that's going to be about. All right. So these classes are designed for whatever journey you're on, whether it's being an evidential medium, giving the evidence of crossed over loved ones for people who are sitting in front of you, that they can feel, see, and know and believe that their loved one in spirit is with you. Because you're delivering the evidence in such a way that there's no way you could have known certain things. There's no way you could have known about the private joke. There's no way you could have known the favorite shirt. There's no way you could have known the evidence they're going to bring through to you. And in the evidential mediumship class, we're going to talk about who is bringing the evidence through to you. Who is your team of guides? What are their roles? How do they help you? In the in guidance course, we do talk about it, but not as in depth because not what you're looking for. But we will talk about who your guides are, who your angels are. Thank you, Joanne. Welcome. So these are two courses, similar but different. And so I would really, really invite you to look at the descriptions so that you're taking the course that's right for you. Because again, I sat down in that meditation and I was working with a teacher and I didn't believe I was an evidential medium. For some of you, you'll take the intuitive guidance course and it may lead you into the evidential medium course. For some of you, you are already receiving messages from spirit and now you just want to understand it or get clearer messages. Some of you might want to be able to deliver it in a better way or in a way that you really feel like you're doing service to the people that you're sitting with. Please ask your questions about the classes, spirit, your journey, and what you would like to know. You know, Joanne, that's okay. Some people, that's where it starts. Some people start clairaudiently, where they're hearing things that they hear, that they know that they're alone in a room, but they heard what they heard, and it sounded like someone was talking right to them. And for some, it's getting messages in dreams. Those are the two, I would say, most common ways that people start getting messages from spirit. So I would absolutely invite you to start a dream journal. As soon as you wake up, that instant you wake up, grab a pen and paper and just write down any impressions, any thoughts, any words, any pictures, anything that's right there in your consciousness. Because what will happen is when you fully wake up and you look at whatever you wrote, whatever it is, it will trigger more of that dream. Good, because that's when you can start tapping in more and really starting to recognize what the messages they're bringing through to you. And for many people, that's where you get premonitions. For many people, they say, my dreams happen all the time. I dream it, and then like a week later, it happens. That's a premonition. That's spirit giving you like a precursor to what's coming so that you could make different choices if you wanted to. It's they're giving you, it's almost like a clue. So that if you want to make a choice, if you don't want that thing to happen, and when the choice comes up, you can make a different choice. Or you can say, okay, I know I'm on the right road. I just got to keep doing what I'm doing because that's what I want. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Joanne, I would say the intuitive class, honey, would be where we would want to start with you. Yes, that's a very, really good indication. If you look in the description box, I actually have what we do each night. And it's also on the website under classes. So yeah, I would love that. Sometimes I don't get the clue. Well, you know what the thing is though, you're getting them before, but you're not recognizing it until it's too late. Because the one thing that you will learn in both classes is that spirit brings messages through over and over and over again until you receive it. Thank you. I will look forward to it. So yes, spirit will bring you messages as often as you need to until you get it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Sometimes they're bringing it to you for years because some of us are hard-headed. Some of us are stubborn and we don't want to trust and act on what we're receiving. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about in the classes and with the homework, start to help you build that relationship with your guides so that you can start trusting and acting on what you're getting. Because here's the thing, if you're receiving all these messages and you're not doing anything with them, really no point. And that's one of the things I love about doing these classes is the aha moments that my students have, where they then take what they're receiving because now they're trusting and acting on it, and their lives are starting to go down the road that they want to go down. They're starting to live in alignment because spirit is coming through in a way that they can now move forward. Oh, yeah. No, you're not wasting it, honey. You're not wasting it, but you can be using it better. You can be using it better. So that's what these classes are all about. And for some of you, as mediums, that you're already receiving messages from the crossed over loved ones, they're coming through because you're an open portal, you're an open door, and they have found you because they're recognizing that you're recognizing that they're there. So now this class is designed to help you to be able to give the evidence to their friends and family in a way that they know that their loved one is here with you and them, and then they can deliver the message. And you know, one of the things about being an evidential medium that's really important, hey Jen, that's really important with these classes is one of the things that I do highlight is that many people that will sit in front of you in a reading and they'll want a certain message, they'll want a certain something. But what you have to kind of preface, and it's really important, is to let the person know that the message that comes through may not be what they want, but it's going to be what spirit feels they need. So if you can preface any session with anybody, that will help you to have a more beneficial exchange, because then when what they wanted doesn't come through right away, they're not upset or disappointed in any way, because spirit is always bringing us what we need, not usually what we want. Hello, Amy. It's been a while, honey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if you ladies who are joining us have any questions about the classes, spirit, your journey, where you are, please join the conversation. But I'm going to be doing the Evidential Medium course mid-September to mid-October. And then about a week later, in mid-October to mid-November, we're going to do the Intuitive Guidance course. The Evidential Mediumship course I'm actually doing on Sundays from 3 to 5, because in previous class offerings in the last 2 years, there's been a few people who have wanted something that was going to be not on a weeknight because of family constraints and that sort of thing. So I am offering the Evidential Mediumship course on a Sunday afternoon, late Sunday afternoon. So, because one of the things with both the courses, guys, I'm going to ask you to do is to really block out that time, to really put yourself in a quiet space where you're not interrupted because of the information that I'm offering, but also because we're going to be doing a very guided meditation, and I'm going to want you to be able to focus and be present in the class so that we can share. We can share our experiences and you can get the questions answered that you need. And it's only 5 weeks. And those 5 weeks, I'm telling you, they're gonna fly. So Joanne, the class that we're talking about for you would be Wednesday nights at 7, I think it's 6:30 to 8:30. You'd have to look, and I can't see the description right now. So for you, it would be very early morning. So if you're an early bird, that would work for you. If you're not, we could actually talk about maybe doing something a little abridged, where I would send you the recording of the class, and then you and I could work a little one-on-one, maybe for an hour each week. Something to think about. I think we could definitely manage that. So I would be willing to do that, because this is so important, guys, to me. This is my passion. This is what Spirit has told me I'm here to do, because there's a lot of mediums. There's a lot of card readers. There's a lot of, and really the people that I'm working with are the people that are resonating with me, but also are ready to learn how to step into this path of helping. Yeah, Joanne, I think that would be really great. I think that would be really great. So let me know. You can always private message me or email me. Jen, you're definitely, your journey is beginning. You've begun it. And I would say for you, the intuitive guidance class would be where you would want to start, because we do have to keep building. It's like a muscle. We have to build that, keep building that connection to spirit. And so when you're just starting out on the journey, I would say you would want to do the intuitive guidance course, because we're going to talk about very like basic steps and how important the practicing is, and then using cards to support your journey, so that the cards can kind of be um, a tool to support the guidance that you're receiving. So yeah, honey, I would absolutely encourage you to really look at that description. And the 5 nights that we're together, I did a little blurb on each night, but I think that for you, that would be so good. So good. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for being here. Absolutely, honey. I'll look forward to it. Hello, Anne. Hello, Anne. Please ask questions. Join the conversation. Anything spirit, anything ascension, anything about where you are on your journey, and maybe where you would like to go. Absolutely. So we are going to talk about the new energy. We are going to talk about, I'm going to really explain what's been going on since 1987 and why more people, more than ever, are ascending, are waking up, are feeling their connection to spirit, feeling their connection to the collective consciousness, the divine matrix, unlike they have ever before, because this new energy is here. And I think that, when I tapped into an ask spirit, what is my role? Why am I, waking up? Why am I being propelled out of my regular life and into this life? And it was because that was going to be my role. I was still going to be a teacher. I was just going to be teaching something different, something new. And so that's where I'm at with this. And I'm excited about it. I'm passionate about it. And if you really feel like this is where you are on your journey, where you're needing a little information, a little push, a little help, or just someone to partner with. If I had someone to ask the questions, because when I started, guys, I literally didn't know much. And I was asking the computer, I was Googling so much because I didn't have a tribe. I didn't have a support system for this kind of work. I was really isolated. I was on my own. And so, I had to learn what chakras were, and I had to learn what energy was, and I had to learn how to connect with spirit and just keep practicing. And I had a couple of people, I really did. And I can't thank them enough for being a part of my journey in the very beginning. I really can't. So that is what I think I'm being called to do, is to kind of be that place where you can come and ask your questions and get your confirmation and learn what you need to learn to be able to raise your frequency in a way that you can connect with spirit, in a way that you can trust and act on it. Get it clearly, be able to recognize it, because one of the things about receiving information from spirit, and even now after all these years, it's subtle. It's so subtle, and you can discount it or ignore it because it's that subtle. And until you recognize what it is and how you're receiving it, it's really easy to just let it go, dismiss it, discount it. Because they're always talking to you. They're always guiding you. They're always giving you signs and symbols and really wanting you to hear, feel, see, and know them in a way that you can get into alignment for. Because here's the thing, the reason we're waking up is because we're here for a purpose. And one of the things both classes will help you do is to really think about what your purpose is and really start to live within that purpose. And honestly, guys, if you're being drawn to me, if you're finding me, then your purpose is to do this work, to ascend, to be a light worker in a way that for some of you, you'll just be modeling. You'll just be the model human, to show people what it is to live in compassion, to live from your heart space, to let go of the ego and the fear that is holding you back. And that's what I love about this. Five nights. Only 10 seats per class. At this point, I've had several cohorts of both courses. And one of the benefits that's been surprising is because we are together on this very intimate journey for those 5 weeks. We connect, and we connect with each other outside of the one night a week that we're actually in the meeting. And we do support each other. And so you end up building these relationships with other like-minded people. And for some of you, they will be in your area. And for some of people, they'll be around the country somewhere. But we are building a tribe. We are building connection with people who are like-minded and also going through what you're going through. Because for many of you, you're isolated. You're feeling like you're alone. You're the only one going through this. You don't know where to go for to get answers, to ask your questions, to receive the answers. And so that's what these classes help you do, is to find a safe place where the people that you're with are on the journey also. And we're all going to be in different places, but that's what's so beautiful about it, because we end up helping each other. It's like I'm facilitating the conversation, I'm facilitating the information, I'm facilitating the energy of the class, but we're really all learning from each other because we're all at different points on our journey. Some people will be really right there at the bottom, just starting out. Some people have more experience. They're really feeling like, okay, I'm understanding what I'm receiving. I'm starting to use it in my life. And then some people are already sharing what they're getting because they're feeling good about it. They recognize that what they're getting is trustworthy, and that when they do give the information, it is beneficial to the people around them. So they're really kind of up there on their journey, but that's okay because they're going to help the people that are just starting as I'm giving the information. It really becomes a beautiful, beautiful synergistic experience because we're all gonna learn from each other. And that's what I'm loving about giving these classes that are only 10 people. We get to know each other, we help each other, and then we have a tribe. So for some of you, this might be your first tribe. This might be your first group of men and women that you can go to and say, hey, I had this experience, what do I do? Or, oh my gosh, this finally broke through. I finally broke through with this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So we are going to start in September. We're going to do the Evidentiary Mediumship class for those of you who are feeling like you want to step into receiving spirit from your crossed over loved ones and then delivering a session to people around you. How to receive the evidence. What is the evidence? Who's giving you the evidence? We're going to talk about all that. I'm going to give you all the good stuff. And for some of you, you really just want to tap into your own intuition. You want to learn how to trust and act on what you're receiving and clear up what you're receiving. One of the benefits that I will tell you right now is that when you start receiving and trusting and acting on the way you're receiving, so say you're clairaudient and you're receiving information clairaudiently, or you're receiving things in your dreams, and you're trusting it and you're acting on it, you'll start to open up your other senses. You'll start to awaken your clairvoyance. You'll start to awaken your clairsentience. And there's a couple other. We'll talk about that. So that's how that works. It's like a muscle. Once you start building that muscle, you really start gaining. And and that happens even in the intuitive guidance course. It's the same thing. It's the same idea. So there are similarities. It's just depending on where you are in your journey and what you want to do with the receiving of spirit. So if you want to give messages, you want to give mediumship messages from crossed over loved ones, you want the Evidentiary Mediumship course. If you want to build your own intuition and maybe start to be a card reader, then you would want the intuitive guidance course. That's what I'm passionate about. And that's what I'm loving about what's coming up the rest of this year for all of us. That the rest of this year is going to be transformative. And that's what this Lion Gate energy is helping us do. It's helping us to reorganize, to rediscover, to reinvent ourselves. New beginnings. It's all about new beginnings. And it's about infinite possibilities. It's about taking those dreams that you've always had and taking the steps into those dreams and learning that when you take a step, Spirit brings you the next step. And if you're not sure how that works, either one of these courses is going to help you to get in touch and in communication with Spirit in a way that you can start recognizing the next step that you're receiving. Because we're also receiving downloads of ancestral wisdom. We're starting to get really clear messages that we need for ourselves moving forward. And so it's time. It's time to step into your magnificence and your divinity by co-creating your reality, by getting into connection with Spirit in a way that you can start dropping down into your heart and living from your heart space. Hey, Lori. Thank you, Amy. So that's what I'm going to be doing this fall. So Sunday afternoons for the Evidentiary Mediumship course, Wednesday nights for the Intuitive Guidance course. And we're going to do the work. And I'm really looking forward to it. So if you're ready to start this journey, go to Guidance311.com. And in the shop are the 2 classes. You can choose the one that you want. Once you pay for the class, you will receive an email with the confirmation that you've paid for the class, and then I will get a hold of you, and I will give you all of the information that you need to log into the meeting. And each week, I will send you an email with what you will need to want to download and print out for the homework and for companion information to have at the tip of your fingers. And also, you will receive a recording of the Zoom meeting each week so that you can use the meditation that we do, the guided meditation that we do, as often as you want that week. And review the information. Because I do give you a lot of information, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. In both classes, for about 45 minutes to an hour each class, I will do a PowerPoint presentation with information that I will explain. And for some of you, it may feel a little overwhelming, but you'll have a whole week to kind of review it. And I give you the recording so that you don't have to take copious notes. I don't want you to feel like you've got to be writing fast and furious as I'm talking. So it's good stuff. Good stuff. And I'm really excited about it. So that's what I have for you tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me. If you have more questions, please message me. And all the information on how to get a hold of me, what's going on in the classes, how to purchase them is at Guidance311.com. I'm sending you so many blessings and so much love. Thank you for being here. And I'll talk to you in the morning. Bye, guys.